This might be for life. Yeah. This might be for life. Stand up when the chief is here. Hands up. Yeah, the chief is here. Stand up when the chief is here. Hands up. Yeah, the chief is here. Yeah. This might be for life.
This is the first in the hot seat. And we haven't really decided what to do because we spent the last hour trying to sort out the tech. But hopefully you can hear us all. We've got 6, not 5, 6 of the greatest smutbies ever until next week, because the next 6. And this is a chance for you to meet the people you've never met in the wrong way. If we all had alcohol, you know where we'd be. The good news is that Vlodek has just arrived, and I think he didn't get a lot of sleep last night. So Vlodek, welcome. We need to get a picture of you here, so hopefully you'll log in. But ladies and gentlemen, we have Andre Strobel, Hugh Warrender from London, Vlodek from Poland. We have Rikus from God knows where, him and his dad, famous Rikus. And we have Olivia Baum, the only person to have been thrown out of the smut cage for bad behavior. We'll find out about that later. And Dino Peros, the infinitesimal Dino Peros. So guys, we're going to start very quickly with quick introductions. 1-minute introductions. Rikus, you're going to introduce Vlodek. Go.
Hi, Vlodek. I'm Rikus Rouwenhammer from Joburg. Work for family business called Towing Services and Towing and Recovery. And we are the biggest towing company in the Southern Hemisphere.
So, Rikus, do you create the crashes and then go and fix them or not?
No. We just arrive at the crashes and then we pick the wrecks up, sometimes save someone's life, and then, yeah, go from there.
And are you married, not married, or?
No, I'm not married at the moment. I do have a girlfriend. I'm planning on getting engaged in this year. So the wedding should be next year.
Okay, fantastic. Vlodek, over to you. Where's your
picture?
You see me now?
Can you see me now? Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can't
because
see
I
you.
Cannot. Okay, I see you now, but I cannot see myself. I just started the Zoom. And I haven't seen it yet. Okay, all right. Okay. Yeah, I hope I hear. Anyway.
Go to the bottom. All right. Dino, go for it.
Cool. I'm Dino Peros, owner of Navy Creative Advertising and Design Agency.
How can I do that?
Going out to the fellow smutbee, Gina Mossman, who's hopefully listening and ready for all the bad questions. I've got the smallest hands in the world. But I'm living proof that the smallest hands don't mean the smallest pencil. I was involved in another business with a fellow smutbee and ex-Springbok rugby player, Jean-Ray Kruger, who's hopefully listening as well today. Pharmaceutical supplement brand. That's it, yeah. Hardcore smutbee, love smutbee, love everyone on smutbee. And ready to
what shit school did you go to and how old are you? And then we're done with the serious questions.
Well, let me tell you what shit school I didn't go to. That was Michael House. But I did go to Hilton College. Yeah, that's it.
Well, and did you play in the front row? We know that answer. Right, Andre, come on, Andre. You got to come off mute though.
Yeah. Okay, I'm on. I'm Andre. I'm the owner, CEO of Taller Group. I specialize in security. Anything that's got to do with security, from whatever you can think of, we do. I'm like a one-man stop shop. Stay in Pretoria. Father of 3, girlfriend of 21. So I'm a happy chappy.
Yeah, and those girls under your arms, what were that? What is that all about?
What girls?
Oh yeah, sorry, I wasn't meant to mention that. Hugh Warren.
Oh Lord, well, you caught me after a rather late night too, and hence why my breakfast is just arriving. I made a mistake of playing with other people's money for about 20 years of my life, And then I opened quite a popular private members club in London. And then I went into the witness protection program, had some surgery, and you know, I was given a new identity. And so I now solve people's problems. They come to me when they're in crisis to get a little advice as to how they might get out of their crises. And then in so doing, I suddenly found myself managing an American hip hop musician, which is really my main gig at the moment. My old communications company trundles on, solving people's problems, getting the Whitney to lose its tax-free status, all sorts of delicious things like that.
So who's the hip hop artist, and are you wearing lipstick?
I will sure as hell not wearing lipstick. If I am, it's the red wine from last night. And the hip hop artist used to be known as Mo Def. He's now known as Yassine Bey. He actually lived in Cape Town for many years and got railroaded out. Had to be airlifted out before he was put in jail for overstay by Kanye West. The story is kind of fun. So
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now we're moving on. Olivia, can you lean back and do this with your arms? Can you do this with your arms? There we go. There. Perfect. Now lean forward. No, sorry, I'm just kidding. Olivia, your turn.
Okay, well, I've got lived quite a few different lives. I've also been in security, ran a security company for 2 years, was a lecturer at the university for 2 years. I was involved now just before this in a huge fiber infrastructure project that fell flat because of the COVID-19 con virus. So right now, yeah, our businesses are closed. We own a flea market, we own a car wash. Those two are closed, probably never to be seen again. So now I'm like a floating fairy entrepreneur, irritating the smackbees.
You've been very good at that, very successful. How did you get thrown out of the snake cage? That's ridiculous.
I can't even actually remember. I think Matt Bailey just had enough of my conspiracy theories and agreeing with Captain C too much.
Can you find me a pair of glasses?
Hugh, you got to mute your mic when you're not speaking. Vlodek, your turn. Vlodek, tell us about you.
What?
Vlodek,
Seem to be on.
you have to introduce yourself because we can't see you.
We can't see you, man.
Vlodek? Vlodek. Okay, let's keep rolling. Now, what I'd like to do is have Andre, how many of these people have you actually physically met face to face? Mute.
Unmute.
Vlad, are you there, man?
Andre,
Yeah,
how many of these people have you actually met face to face?
all of them.
Really?
Except,
All-
yeah, no, I haven't met you and I haven't met Vlad, but the rest I've met.
Okay, do you want to meet Hugh and Vlad?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, hell yeah. Now, Rickus, tell us a little bit about you and your dad. A little bit, just give us, is your dad like a lot older than you or 16 years older than you? Or?
My dad's in his 50s. I think he's a 63 baby. So my dad and I, we have quite a good relationship. I call him my old man, or Baldy. I inherited that from him, so I'm also going bald one day. Yeah, my dad's hardworking, and some of my entrepreneurship I try learning from him.
Right, guys. Now we're going to do. I'm going to ask one of you to ask an embarrassing question of the other people, and they're not allowed to ask you the same question. So, Olivia, I'm thinking of asking you first to ask the others a question that'll really embarrass you. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And
Andre,
they can't ask it of you. So fire away. You've got them.
Andre, how old was Rochelle when you met her? See, she's only 21 now.
Well, you can work it out. We've been dating almost for 4 years, so she was 18.
Just barely legal, hey?
No.
18.
Legal in South Africa is 16, sister.
Okay. Now, Andre, you get to ask someone a question, not Olivia. So you got to go somewhere else. Any question? Embarrassed?
I want to ask Rikus. Rikus, how does it feel to be the youngest billionaire?
I'm not. I'm not the youngest billionaire, and I've tried to make that clear to Andre. My dad and his brother sit with all the money, not me.
Fire a question. Guys, you got to go deeper, or I'm going to embarrass you. Rikus, pick someone.
All right. Dino, what is the strangest place that you have made love to someone?
Dino, mute.
Can't hear.
Are we having, can you hear me now? I can't hear you guys. I don't know what's going on.
Rikus was asking how long you've been there.
The strangest place, there's been a few, probably, there's been the usual, the beach, that kind of stuff, but the strangest might have been like actually, it was like an alternate church after a wedding. That's bad.
All right, Dino, you got to hit Hugh or Vladek.
I want to know from Hugh. I mean, he seems like quite a wild guy. I mean, give us one of your wildest nights.
You're on mute. Hugh, you're on mute.
I didn't put myself on mute. Someone else has put me on mute. No, there we are. I'm not on mute.
So Hugh, give us, I mean...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. I'd say you've had some wild... Give us a big one.
Oh, gosh, I think getting married in Vegas with Miss February as my witness to a woman where I didn't think it was going to endure, but it did. 11 years.
I think, was I at that wedding?
You were not at that wedding. You were not at that wedding, Rob. That was the wedding that no one knew about. I got a little bit of cold feet, and then I tell you what, I will say one thing about Hertzhoff though. The night before my wedding, I'm sitting having a dinner in a restaurant called Daphne's with my sister. Now she has a young lad called Tom, who Rob had actually employed at one point at Sportle, if you remember, in a holiday job, and he was a young lad at the time. My sister and I, he never met my sister, and we were sitting having dinner together, and at one moment she got up to go to the loo, and Rob was at another table, and he came over to my table and he said, Hugh, you're getting married tomorrow, mate. Really not a good idea to be out on a date.
I have fucked up before.
That was my sister. So
sorry about that.
I did introduce him to the mother. I mean, she looks very young. It's fair enough, you know. It was a reasonable mistake to make. I have to admit, you got me straight out of bed. I had a massive party here last night.
Good boy. You're not the only one on this. Now, Hugh, ask Vladek a question. You got to ask Vladek an embarrassing question, if we can hear him.
Vlad.
We've lost him.
We've lost him. Yeah, he's gone.
All right, you get Olivia.
Back on. I've got his number. I'm going to get him back on.
Hugh, you got to ask Olivia. You got to ask Olivia.
Olivia, what have you been doing to keep your lady garden in order under lockdown without any waxing facilities?
My lady garden. Well, I've got two lady gardens. One's all my weed plants that are growing outside in my garden that have been keeping quite trimmed. But my nether regions have been a bit neglected during this lockdown, I must say. I think most ladies are checking out that shaver and thinking, oh, you know, we're going to have to get hold of that before we venture out into reality again.
Right, guys, we're going to do you can actually all be on mute now, okay? We're going to do 2 scenarios, okay? And the scenarios are, I describe the scenario, I then go 3, 2, 1, and you have to, and put your heads forward, you have to be forward in the screen. And then you have to do the rubber face do the facial expression of what that scenario represents. So, you know, I could say you're being introduced to President Putin. So what's your face look like? Could be like this. Yeah. You're going to have a rubber face to represent that scenario. Okay. Ready? You walk into a lift, an elevator, and you're going up to the 20th floor. The elevator's packed full. The last guy in is this giant Mexican. The door's shut, and he lets rip the most giant fart, and you've got at least 30 seconds in the elevator. Ready for your face? 3, 2, 1. Okay. By the way, we're going to do a photo clip of that. Yeah? All right. The doorbell rings. The doorbell rings. You go to the door, you open up, and it's Captain C with a bowl of flowers for you. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Right, you can come off mute. Right, guys, we've got 8 minutes left. Who's a smutby that you haven't met that you really, really want to meet? Dino.
I actually really wanted to meet Vlad. I got hold of them this year because we were actually meant to be playing a rugby tournament in Poland. I think now, June. And obviously that's been cancelled, but and we were going to try and hook up. And now today was another chance to see him, and he's gone. But yeah, Vlad was one. Geez, but there's so many. But yeah, I think Vlad was definitely up there.
Hugh Warrender.
God, someone I'd really, really like to meet. Well, it's got to be a girl, really, isn't it? I think, yeah, who's that one that I like the look of? I would have said Jennifer Aniston all those years ago, but I think she's really annoying. I think she'd drive you insane. She wouldn't be a good shag either. So, going down the line here, I think I'd like to have met Lauren Hutton circa 1981.
Okay, she's not a smutby, but we'll see.
Not a smutby.
Andre, you're next.
Oh, it has to be another smutby. Oh.
Yeah, we'll come back to you. Andre, you're on mute. Which smutby would you like to meet? Andre, you're still on mute. Which smutby? Hey, baby.
Hey, Rochelle.
Hi.
Which smutby?
Vlad will be definitely up there. And I want to meet David Molnar.
Oh yeah, he's a good one too. He's cool.
So a revised now it's going to be something. David Cow. That's the one I'd like to.
David Cow.
Oh,
Perfect.
fuck no.
Hey, go back on mute. Rickus, who do you want to meet? Rickus.
I would really like to meet Rice. I think he's an interesting chap.
Okay.
Oh, Reese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Olivia, what are you?
I would really love to sit and have a bottle of wine with Captain C.
Fucking hell. Who threw out this smut cat? Fair enough. Who haven't I asked? I've got confused.
I think if it was a night out, it would have to be Mad Max. Because then you get the full package. Then you're going to have the night of your absolute life. If it was Mad Max.
Max Evans. Yeah.
Max Evans.
So guys, there's a website. We're opening the Smutby website within 7 days. There are a lot of pictures over 5 years and incidents that we collected. And be aware, be afraid, be very, very afraid of what's on there. But it's coming out in a week. Only Dino and I have seen it. Right, guys. In one short sentence, what does Smutby mean to you? What does Smutby mean for you in your life? Warrender, you go first.
Freedom of speech amongst people who you really have no worries about having your opinions regulated. And it's been a beautiful way to meet a lovely community of people I would never have otherwise met. Amongst other than the many people I knew already who were on them, in which case I've seen a very different side of some of them. I'm now very familiar with everybody's taste in porn, which is broader than I thought it might have been. And it's been very educational to me on occasions. And I'm aware of the operations of South African utilities and things like that, which again, it's not information that's readily available in London. So I feel I've got my finger on the pulse there.
Andre, you're next. Be ready.
Yeah, I think on this might be. It made me realize that you have to sometimes keep your opinion to yourself and not let everything out of the box, because I think all of us suffer sometimes from emotional breakdown, and then I just want to let rip, and tell people what I really think. Like the one morning, me and Captain C had a like a bit of a spat, and I called him I don't know what I even call him. I called him a fucking PC warrior, So yeah, sometimes I must really bite him, but freedom of speech, that, yeah. But yeah, I enjoy Smartbee. Smartbee is, I mean, I wake up every morning about 4 o'clock. And then for the first hour, I have to catch up on about 200 messages on Smartbee. That's the first hour gone in my day. So yeah, no, me, I'm a Smartbee. Naughty as hell, and I love it.
Smartbee for life. Rickus, how about you?
What I like about the Smartbee is it's different ages, vast variety of people. Everybody enjoys partying, sports. It's a crazy bunch of people, and when it's needed to pull together to help someone or someone else or a situation, we all pull in, we help out, and we build each other up. A lot of positivity, tiny bit of negativity, and then you just boot it out. So for me, Smartbee Group's a fantastic group of people, and I absolutely love it.
And Dino?
Definitely, I'd say number one would be friendships. Friendships and fun. I mean, just the guys that I've met, guys and girls. I mean, Rob, Sean Flanagan, Tondi, Bill, Ron McKenzie, Vlad. Amazing, and I've been lucky in the sense with my business as well. That I think I've got I'm on to 17 clients now, all of Smartbee, Smartbee clients, which is insane. And long-term clients now, awesome guys. But it's just, I think the friendship and the fun. I mean, every time there's a get-together, whether it's the Smartbee get-together or whether it's a festival that we all gather at, we have the best fun. That's the main thing, I think, for me. Fun and friendship. It's insane.
Olivia?
Yeah, I think the interconnectedness of people. I think they say it's not what you know, it's who you know. But I think in this case, it really is just a great bunch of people. I do not agree so much with the free speech thing, because I've been kicked off all the groups for saying or being opinionated. But it really is, I think, a group that's grounded, and you can really, if you just even take business out of it, I think you can just take a lot of knowledge and experience, from the other Smartbee. So, and the fun, of course, lots of fun.
So guys, we've got 1 minute left, and we're going to do these things always in 30 minutes. I want one word from each of you that is completely irrelevant to any question, any situation you're in. It's just a word you want to give to the world. And I'm going to go first. Sex robot. Who's next? Olivia. Just any word you want to give to the world today.
Oh, what do I want to wake up, for heaven's sake, wake up.
Rickus.
Move on.
Move on. Hugh.
Move on.
I would give a phrase that I was taught by Leo Johnson, Boris's little brother, when I was moving into Indonesia and I needed to know some phrases. And he said, there's only one phrase you need. Tidak apa-apa, saya kaya raya. Say that to anybody when they speak at you and they'll do whatever you want. And it means, no problem, I'm very rich.
Okay. Andre?
Cockroach.
Cockroach. Dino?
Something that's very relevant right now, but I would say, don't be a puss, be lekker.
Rule number one. When you
And the The final thing is, you know the Smutby logo and the song, Smutby for Life? Everyone's going to sing Smutby for Life. Olivia, go first. Go.
I don't know it.
What? Rickus.
Smutby for life. Smutby for life.
Andre.
I also don't know. It might be for life.
Dino.
Get the microphone out. Sir.
Come ahead, boy.
Be for life. Olivia, try.
Smutby for life.
Here we go. Andre, try.
Might be for life.
Oh, there we go. Hugh.
I think it raps on it and it goes, Smutby for life, coming straight from the underground.
On that note, guys, thank you very much. Eat the Smutby.
Smutby for life.